want you to listen to that sound. It is the sound of your own exhaustion. It is the sound of you trying to force a reality that does not want to be born yet. If you have found this video today, I need you to understand one thing with absolute clarity. The algorithm did not bring you here. You are not watching this by accident. You are watching this because your soul is tired of the rejection. You have been knocking on a specific door for weeks, months, or perhaps even years. Maybe it is the door to a specific relationship that keeps running hot and cold. Maybe it is the door to a career opportunity that you know you are qualified for, but they keep choosing someone else. Or maybe it is the door to a past version of yourself that you are desperately trying to re-enter. I am speaking directly to the 25-year-old who feels like they are failing because they haven't landed their dream job yet. I am speaking to the 45-year-old who is standing in the wreckage of a marriage, knocking on the door of how it used to be. And I am speaking to the 70-year-old who feels their relevance slipping away, knocking on the door of a world that has moved on. We need to interrupt this pattern right now. This video is a pattern interrupt sent by the universe. The law of synchronicity states that when the student is ready, the teacher appears, or in this case, the message appears. You are here because you have mistaken rejection for failure. You have interpreted the locked door as a sign of your unworthiness. But what if the lock isn't there to keep you out? What if the lock is there to keep you safe? In my work with thousands of people in this spiritual community, I have noticed a dangerous misconception. We believe that if we just knock harder, if we just pray louder, if we just manifest with more intensity, the door will open. But there is a spiritual law that overrides your willpower. The law of divine protection. God, or Source, or the universe will often lock a door because he knows what is behind it. You see the shiny exterior, he sees the structural rot on the inside. You are tired because you are fighting the flow. You are swimming upstream against a current that is trying to carry you to a completely different ocean. The pain you are feeling right now, that sharp sting of rejection, that dull ache of waiting, is not because you are on the wrong path. It is because you are standing in front of the wrong door. I know how much you wanted that door to open. I know you had the furniture picked out for that house. I know you had the names picked out for the children you'd have with that person. I know you had the title on your LinkedIn profile visualized. Letting go of that vision feels like a death. But today, we are going to reframe this death as a redirection. We're going to look at the spiritual mechanics of the divine no. By the end of this video, you will not only stop knocking on that door, you will walk away from it with your head high, realizing that the no was the greatest yes you ever received. You are being redirected, my friend. Let's explore where you are actually going. To accept that the door is closed, we must move beyond our emotions and engage with spiritual logic. In our modern Tier 1 culture, especially in the US, UK, and Canada, we are conditioned to believe that persistence is always the answer. We are taught never give up. But in the spiritual realm, there is a distinct difference between persistence and resistance. Persistence is moving towards your destiny. Resistance is trying to force a door that was never on your blueprint. This brings us to the concept of divine pruning. In the Gospel of John, there's a profound metaphysical truth. Every branch that bears fruit, he prunes, so that it may bear more fruit. Notice the logic here. You are not being pruned because you are sick. You are being pruned because you are successful. The door is being slammed in your face, not because you are unworthy of entry, but because your capacity has outgrown that room. If you had walked through that door 5 years ago, it might have fit. But you have evolved. You have done the shadow work. You have raised your vibration. That job, that relationship, that city, it is now too small for your spirit. The universe is effectively saying, I cannot let you enter a room where you will have to shrink to fit. So, why now? Why is the rejection happening at this specific moment? Because you are in a calibration window. I noticed this pattern in the comments of our community recently. Many of you are experiencing a great silence. You pray and you hear nothing. You manifest and nothing shifts. This silence is not absence. Silence is the sound of construction. When a builder is laying the foundation of a skyscraper, they dig deep into the earth. From the street level, it looks like a hole. It looks like nothing is happening. But deep underground, the pylons are being driven. You are in the construction phase of a new timeline. The door you are knocking on belongs to your old timeline. If that door opened right now, it would collapse the new structure being built. The divine logic is protecting your future self from your present desires. We must also understand the optics of the ego versus the vision of the soul. Your ego wants the door to open because it wants safety. It wants the known. It wants the validation of being chosen. But your soul wants expansion. Your soul knows that if you got that specific job, you would be miserable in 6 months. Your soul knows that if you married that specific person, you would lose your identity. The divine no is often a merciful blockade. There is a Jewish proverb that says, man plans and God laughs. This isn't a malicious laugh. It is the laugh of a parent who sees a toddler crying over a broken toy while a brand new bicycle sits behind them, unwrapped. You are crying over the toy. You are banging on the door of the toy store that is closed. Meanwhile, the universe has a vehicle waiting for you that you haven't even turned around to see yet. The reason you are seeing this video now is that the grieving period for that door is over. It is time to wipe your eyes. The logic is irrefutable. If it was meant for you, it would have opened. The fact that it is locked is the only evidence you need. It is time to trust the architect. Now, we must introduce the supernatural element. We often think of closed doors as passive obstacles, just bad luck or bad timing. But I want you to visualize something different. What if that door isn't just locked? What if it is being guarded? This brings us to the energy of Archangel Michael. Regardless of your religious background, understand the archetype of Michael. He is the protector. He is the remover of obstacles. But most importantly, he is the guardian of the threshold. In spiritual warfare, Michael doesn't just fight off demons. He fights off wrong timelines. When you're desperately knocking on a door that isn't opening, it is often because Archangel Michael is standing on the other side, holding it shut. I want you to think about the sword of truth. We usually imagine this sword cutting down enemies, but in your life right now, that sword is cutting cords. You are energetically tethered to this outcome you want. You are obsessed with it. You wake up thinking about it. You go to sleep thinking about it. This attachment is draining your life force. Michael's role is to sever that cord. The pain you feel, that tearing sensation in your chest, is the surgery. The Archangel is cutting away your attachment to a person, a job, or a status that is actually toxic for your soul. You think you are being rejected, but you are actually being rescued. I have seen this escort energy play out so many times. Think of a VIP security detail. When a VIP is in a crowd and the situation gets dangerous, the security team surrounds them. They might shove people out of the way. They might aggressively move the VIP to a secure exit. It feels chaotic. It feels forceful. But the goal is safety. You are the VIP. The closed doors, the ghosting, the sudden cancellations. These are the security detail clearing the path. Michael is escorting you away from a blast zone you don't even know exists. Perhaps that relationship you are crying over would have destroyed your self-esteem for a decade. Perhaps that job you didn't get would have led to a burnout so severe you couldn't recover. You cannot see the alternative timeline, but the divine can. And the divine has sent protection to block it. This blue light of protection is a shield. A shield does not feel soft, it feels hard. When you run into it, it hurts. That is why the rejection stings. You are running full speed into a divine shield. I want you to change your visualization. Instead of seeing a door that is rejecting you, visualize a knight standing guard. Thank the knight. Say, "Thank you for not letting me enter." This shifts you from victimhood to gratitude. You are not a beggar who was denied entry. You are royalty who was protected from a trap. The sword of truth has revealed that this path was a lie. And now that the cord is cut, you are free to walk toward the truth. The blockade is your blessing. The silence is your safety. That this specific closed door is a sign of an immediate pivot. How do you distinguish between try harder and let go? Based on spiritual laws and patterns I have observed in thousands of cases, here are the 5 definitive signs that you are being redirected immediately. Sign number 1, the sudden revulsion, the taste shift. You have wanted this thing for years, but suddenly, over the last few days or weeks, you feel a wave of nausea when you think about it. You look at the person you're chasing, and they suddenly look ordinary. You look at the job description, and it feels heavy. This is somatic intelligence. Your soul is withdrawing its energy from that timeline. The revulsion is your body's way of saying, "This is expired food. Do not eat it." If you feel sick trying to force the door, that is the ultimate stop sign. Sign number 2, the triple blockade, mathematical improbability. You try to email and it bounces. You try to call and the line cuts. You try to drive there and you get a flat tire. When obstacles happen in threes, it is not bad luck. It is divine intervention. It is the universe shouting. I noticed in our community that many of you ignore the first 2 blocks, but the third block, that is the archangelic lock. If you are hitting your head against the wall for the 3rd time in a row, stop. The wall is real. Sign number 3, the disruption of sleep, the 3 a.m. wake up. You are exhausted from the stress of knocking, yet you wake up sharply between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. In spiritual traditions, this is the Amrit Vela, or the Creator's Hour. You are being woken up because your spirit is receiving downloads about the new door. You can't sleep because your energy body is being rewired for a different frequency. The old door belongs to your old energy. The insomnia is the installation of the new energy. Sign number 4, aggressive synchronicity regarding a different path. While you are crying over door A, you keep seeing signs for door B. Maybe you're upset about a breakup, but you keep seeing ads for a specific travel destination. Maybe you're upset about a job rejection, but 3 different people mention a completely different industry to you in 1 week. This is the universe waving flags. It's saying, look here, look here. You are ignoring the open window because you are staring at the closed door. Pay attention to the distractions right now. They are the directions. Sign number 5, the tower moment, people moving out. This is the most painful sign. Suddenly, people start exiting your life. Friends stop calling. The support system you thought you had for entering that door evaporates. Why? Because those people were cast members in the movie you were trying to write, not the movie God has written. They cannot go where you are going. Their exit is creating a vacuum. And in physics, nature abhors a vacuum. That empty space is being cleared for the new tribe who holds the key to the real door. So, we have arrived at the moment of decision. You know the door is locked. You know why. You know who is guarding it, and you have verified the signs. Now, I must give you the directive. This is the hardest part, but it is the only part that matters. You must stop knocking. I am calling you to practice the art of radical expectation. Most people, when they walk away from a closed door, do so with bitterness. They walk away looking over their shoulder, hoping it might crack open. They walk away with a victim slump in their posture. This sends a signal of lack to the universe. Radical expectation means you turn your back on that door completely. You pivot 180 degrees, and you start walking down the hallway with a smile on your face, acting as if the real door is already swinging wide open. The hallway you are in right now is not a waiting room. It is a dressing room. You are being prepared for the entrance of a lifetime. The door God has for you does not require knocking. Did you hear me? The door God has for you does not require knocking. It will open for you. It will recognize your frequency. When you meet the right person, it won't be a struggle. It will be a recognition. When you find the right vocation, it won't be a grind. It will be a flow. The struggle you have been addicted to is a sign of misalignment. I want you to trust the timing of your life. If the door had opened yesterday, you would have been the old you. The door is opening tomorrow because the new you is ready. You have spent enough time crying over what was not meant to be. It is time to get excited about what must be. The energy you have been using to bang on the locked door, take that energy back. Pull it back into your core. Use it to build your confidence. Use it to prepare your vessel. I want to challenge you today. Do not just watch this video and go back to your old thought loops. Break the cycle. I want you to go to the comments section below. I want you to make a public declaration of your pivot. Write this: I stop knocking. I am ready to receive. Or write, I trust the door that is opening. When you write that, you are signing a contract with the universe. You are telling the divine, I got the message. I am moving on. And the moment you truly let go of the wrong door, the right one will reveal itself. It has been there all along, waiting for you to turn around. You are loved, you are protected, and you are being redirected to something better than you can ask or imagine. Now, turn around.